Lewis Hamilton warned by FIA. Hey guys, in this video, we're going to explore the recent controversy surrounding Lewis Hamilton and his refusal to visit a medical center after a crash. Recently, Formula One driver Lewis Hamilton was involved in a serious car accident that sent him to the hospital. However, after being discharged, he refused to visit the FIA-mandated medical center for further examination, which has sparked some controversy. Let's take a closer look at what's going on. Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton finished every race he competed in during the first 13 races of the 2022 Formula One Championship. Lewis Hamilton was reprimanded by stewards following his clash with Fernando Alonso at the Belgian Grand Prix. After starting the race on the front half of the grid, Hamilton got too aggressive in trying to push Alpine's Fernando Alonso for a better spot. But Hamilton's rear wheel made contact with Alonso's, launching his vehicle into the air. Hamilton managed to avoid outright disaster, but the damage to his vehicle on impact was too severe to continue. He was forced to retire after just one lap. But it might have been Fernando Alonso's biggest reaction to Lewis Hamilton's crash. Speaking to his crew through his headset, Alonso could be heard calling Hamilton an idiot who tries too hard to get into first place. The result is not only a disastrous finish to the Belgian Grand Prix but one that could all but end Lewis Hamilton's hopes of winning the title this year. Hamilton admitted he was at fault but escaped punishment, with the stewards deeming it a racing incident. However, the 37-year-old did get himself into trouble for what he did after the crash. Lewis Hamilton has received an official warning from the FIA after refusing to visit the medical center after his opening lap Belgian Grand Prix crash. How does the crash happen? Starting fourth alongside former teammate Fernando Alonso, Hamilton attempted to drive around the outside of Les Combes on the opening lap. Alonso collected the rear right corner of the Mercedes, launching it high into the air before it crashed hard back to the ground. Fluids quickly leaked from the damaged car as Hamilton crawled around, being swallowed up by the pack. Race engineer Peter Bennington told Hamilton to stop, with the 7-time world champion pulling over at Blanchimont on lap 1. A safety car was then called on lap 2 following a separate incident for Valtteri Bottas and Nicholas Latifi. Hamilton, starting fourth behind Alonso, managed to get alongside down the long Kemmel Straight but cut across aggressively into Les Combes. Alonso's front tire launched Hamilton's Mercedes into the air. The pair continued before Hamilton was forced to retire with damage. Alonso fumed over the team radio that the Briton only knows how to start and finish first before calling him idiotic. Hamilton accepted he was to blame during the race, having reviewed the race footage. Looking back at the footage, he was in my blind spot, and I didn't leave him enough space. So it was my fault today. Just so sorry to the team. When asked to comment on Alonso's team radio, the 7-time world champion dismissed it as in-the-moment anger. I prefer not to say anything. We've had different results in our careers. These are things you say in the heat of the moment. The stewards investigated the collision but chose not to take any action. Alonso finished 6th. Why was Hamilton warned by the stewards? The stewards received a report from the race director that driver Hamilton refused to visit the event medical service following his crash on lap 1, where the medical warning light threshold was exceeded, and only did so after the race director informed the team that further action could be taken if he did not read a statement. F1 drivers must visit the medical center for a checkup following any incident which triggers the onboard G sensors. However, an FIA bulletin stated that Hamilton refused to visit the event medical service following his crash on lap 1 where the medical warning light threshold was exceeded. After being warned of further penalty if he did not present himself, Hamilton subsequently did attend the medical center, receiving an all clear. This is not the first time this season that drivers, not Hamilton, have initially refused to go for a medical check, continued the stewards. In this case, the stewards warned all drivers that stronger action might be taken in the future. Hamilton was already over 100 points behind Max Verstappen with just 8 races to go and would have had to finish ahead of Verstappen in every remaining race just for a chance to challenge for that lead. This crash might be the dagger in his title hopes, and he only has himself to blame. Stay tuned with us to see what will happen next. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more great content like this, and don't forget to share it with your friends.